Hey guys, what's going on? So this is going to be a short video because in 20 minutes I have to leave the house, so it will at least be less than 20 minutes. 1 month ago, I made this Ads Matter More Than You Think video, and it's when I realized, you can go check that out, it's on my channel, and in it, I was explaining how if you ever want to farm Hero Tavern, everybody always asks, like, how do you get higher into Hero Tavern? And Hero Tavern is slowly becoming a more and more important thing to do. These hammers are incredibly difficult to get. The only way that you're getting them is through the leagues. You get, I believe, 10 right here at 8,800. And then in the shop, you have the ability to buy this twice. So you get 30 per month, effectively. The reason why I started really caring about hammers is not for the original reason intended, which was to hammer down equipment items, the cooldown timers for equipment items. I always thought that was a dumb usage, and so I was just storing them myself. And you're supposed to use these, when you have a Heroic Tavern item for a hero that you're constantly using, you can use hammers in order to give yourself a percentage chance of upgrading it to make the cooldown lessen. So right now, my current acceleration is 1% because I have no investment in it. You can use the hammer, and with a successful chance of a 36% chance, because it could obviously fail, for 10 hammers, you can get a 0.5% increase, so you have a 1.5% cooldown reduction on your Snowflake, your hero power. And obviously, when you're, it's a mid-maxing thing. It's like all of my units are already at max. How can I make it even better than the best that it is? And this is one of those things. And that's how they originally intended for hammers to be used. But then what they did was they allowed you to do perfect merging. And so what that is merging two legendary equipments in order to get a perfect equipment that is generic for all equipments. So normally this one would be Dark Forest Magic, at which point you would need a Light and Techno Amulet of Swiftness in order to spec out all of your units. If you merge this with another equivalent legendary, so it has to be another Amulet of Swiftness, and it has to be, they both have to be fully maxed out, fully awakened, which these are not. Actually, I can give you an example. This spear is, and you can merge it with your other spear that is fully awakened, fully maxed out, 2 legendary spears. You can get a generic faction, so it includes every faction, and then your first one is your first enchantment slot. So the one that you place first, so the one that you go to first. So for example, if I wanted this crit bow to merge, if I wanted to merge this crit bow with the other crit bow that I currently have, which is this one, you go to this one first, and then when you go to merge, which would be right there, you would get the gold counterspell as opposed to the astral if you went to this one first, and then merge that one. So whatever you go to first, when you merge that one and then you add it to the other one, you get that original counterspell. So your counterspell will transfer over, or your equipment and your enchantment will transfer over. But the big part of this is that you need 150 hammers to do this. And this is obviously going to be per equipment. And there's a lot of equipment. There's a very few amount of equipment that you really want. And I want to say that the best equipment currently is an Amulet of Swiftness, a crit bow, and then for your your armor piece, I want to say it's either, I do like chainmail, I think I see a lot of people running plate mail. It's the crit bonus one. I think it's this one. Yeah, the crit damage bonus. The Knight's Armor, I think it becomes plate mail as it levels up. I believe, because I believe that's what it's called as at Legendary. I think that a chainmail is really good though, because you're reducing the damage for bosses and mini bosses. I do think that that's still good, and so I think it would probably be Knight's Armor and then chainmail. And then I think if I didn't have either, I would go to Mage Robe. Hunter's Jacket doesn't do enough. I think that Godlike Mike, when the Light Faction bonus was happening, and he tried to do Dark Inquisitor with 1,000,000 clocks at like max clocks, and it did nothing to the opponent. I think that means that Hunter's Jacket is not going to do anything for you. So don't use Hunter's Jacket, even though I maxed out double Hunter's Jacket, because at some point that was the thing to do. But I think that it would be plate mail, Knight's Armor, and then chainmail, and then Mage Robe. I unfortunately maxed out a Mage Robe, or I'm almost maxing out a Mage Robe, and if anything, I might save it for that. But my entire point for making this video is that you need 150 hammers in order to do this. And hammers, Hero Tavern hammers is the only other way to do it. And realistically, I don't think that you can get to 47,000. But Hero Tavern is becoming a more important thing simply for the heroic tokens. The heroic tokens have always been the most important thing about Hero Tavern, but you only get a reasonably good amount of heroic tokens, if you get really high in the ranking, and then you obviously have to buy the Hero Pass in order to get even more. So the way that you farm Hero Tavern, now that I've spent 10 minutes on nothing, the way that you can farm Hero Tavern, other than money, because most of this is money, the way that you do it is through ads. And it's the fact that they have this ad chest in here. Now, I did that video a month ago. And since then, I've been trying to farm as many ads as I possibly can. And in that time, I've learned a lot of different ways that you can do ads from, beyond that video. So the obvious ones are whenever your PvP says that there's an ad right here, whenever your co-op says that there's an ad right there. Now, there's the obvious one in your daily quests that is like, watch an ad, get nothing, right? But you can also watch an ad by refreshing every 5 of your quests per day. And I've been doing that every single day because that's 5 extra ads. 15 ads will get you 300 coins. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's literally the only way to farm Hero Tavern. I've done every single one of my quests. All of my Hero Tavern quests are done. And I'm still, and even in doing all of that, I'm at 35,000 points. Even through doing all my Hero Tavern quests and watching as many ads as I have. Another way to watch ads that I didn't even realize, if you go to Clan and you go to Inventory, you can actually watch an ad to receive a spell. Now, spells don't do anything, but this is another ad per day thing. That over the course of 30 days, that's 30 more ads, which means that's 600 more points. And that's really how you have to look at it. If you watch that ad, which doesn't seem like anything because you're not gaining anything from it, if you watch all of those, you will obtain 600 more points in Hero Tavern for no reason. Another thing that you can watch ads for per day, you're doing one of the Star of the Week. So one of the spins you get for free, and then one of them you get from an ad. And then the reason why I was prompted to make this video at all was because they just added this again into the game. And so this is 6 more ads that you can watch. This is whenever the mirror match comes out, you're watching 2 ads per day on that. That is spread over for, I think it's 4 days. So that's 8 more ads there. There's a large quantity of ways. In my the daily reward, because I got to the epic. You can watch an ad to get more epic fragments. I think they do that for the rare fragment as well. The rare fragment up here. So you can watch double ads there. What's another one? Oh, every day when you do summoning, you can watch an ad for a singular bell. Definitely do that one, because that's just a free legendary at some point. When you win PvP, you get ads. If you lose PvP, you get ads. When you go to co-op, you can double your reward for an ad. So that's another way. This is literally the only way to farm Hero Tavern. And even if you do all of this, and you're saying that I have 35,000, there is a caveat to that, because I did buy 2 Archmage chests because I'm really trying to upgrade a Bard. Not because I'm trying to upgrade a Bard, but because I'm trying to upgrade my light faction units, which is a silly way to do that. But I mean, like, bonus orbs are such a cool invention to this game. It's such a cool feature to this game, because you will get bonus things just by upgrading event units that you probably should be upgrading anyway, because they mean more. But now they're like really trying to force you to do it. And I really like it, because now it's forcing me to do it. It's forcing me not to actively spend 7 orbs and then 8 orbs to upgrade a monk that I'm not going to use. I'm instead upgrading a bard that I theoretically could use, and then because of that, I'm able to obtain orbs to upgrade this Minotaur that I'm probably also not going to use, and this monk that I'm probably also not going to use. And then, there's, I just think that it's such a good invention. Like this, I have this Riding Hood at max, but I only have one extra orb. And if I upgrade a Frankenstein, which I'm actively trying to do, these 5 orbs will go directly to my Riding Hood. I've already maxed out my robot, my scrapper, and I already have way too many orbs for this Corsair. So literally every single orb is going towards my Riding Hood. And so if I upgrade this, if I get 2 more copies and use 5 of my orbs to go to my Frankenstein, 5 of those orbs will go to here. I will have 6 orbs. I could technically upgrade a Riding Hood for 2 orbs. And that's yet another unit that I'm probably never going to use. Or I could just wait to upgrade my Frankenstein from 11 to 12, and then I will just have a free Riding Hood and a level 12 Frankie. Like, it's such a good feature in this game. Anyway, but yeah, like, that's the... Oh, I'm sorry. Archmage chest. So the caveat to my Hero Tavern is that I did buy 2 Archmage chests, and with those 2 Archmage chests, where is it? There we go. With those 2 Archmage chests, that's 2,100 per. That's 4,200. So I did up myself 4,200 points, which is a lot of points. And that's basically where I am. I'm at 35,000. I don't even know if I can realistically get to 41 without spending more crystals. I probably can't. I'd probably still have to spend more crystals in order to get to 41,000 just to get the avatar. And that's really all I really want. If you can get to 43, you would get an extra 2 heroic tokens, which is important. And the other thing about heroic tokens, and why it's so important in this game, is that you need 50 tokens in order to get a heroic item. But even beyond that, looking far into the future, once you finally max out all of your, or I'm sorry, once you obtain every single one of your heroic items, and that's a lot of heroic tokens. I've been playing this game since 2021, and I need this many I need this many items. I need, what is this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 more items times 50 tokens. I need that many tokens to be at the point where I'm going to explain something else. But once you do that, you can then use, in increments of 5 tokens, Celestial Shards. And that's how people that have already obtained every single one of the items, that is how they are getting all of their reincarnations done so quickly. They've been farming forever. Like, all of the legendary heroes have been in the game forever. And since they have gotten, all of the heroic items, since from a long time ago, they have been able to farm heroic tokens, at which point they just shoveled all of that into Celestial Shards. They were able to shovel all of that into Celestial Shards and just reincarnate their entire thing. And that is the end game for all of this. So what I'm trying to say is, do the ads. I think it helps. It's not going to give you everything. This stops at 70,000, and I am nowhere near that. You will never be able to farm to like complete Hero Tavern without spending money. It's just a fact. But you can up your Hero Tavern progress by watching ads, and if you can, then why not? Is my point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys next video.